Welcome to another round of SDH's coverage of everything going on in the USL Championship. Very, very busy time with action going on in the midweek as well as the weekend. And we will keep you up to date on all the news that you need to know when it comes to the USL Championship. Let's go backward before we can go forward and give you all the news that you need to know before action in the midweek and the weekend. Going back to action over the final 7 days, it's shocker at the lab at New Mexico. New Mexico putting 7 on Phoenix Rising, winning 7-0 back on the 24th. Then you had action in the midweek, Red Bulls and Birmingham Legion at Montclair. Birmingham Legion, a plus 104 as a road favorite, gets the 2-1 win. Atlanta United, too, snaps their 6-game losing streak with a goalless draw against Orange County SC. Great defensive effort by Atlanta United, too, as Orange County came in as a minus 130. El Paso Locomotive were the same heading to Vegas Lights. They came out with full points in a 1-0 win. Vegas was a plus 275. Then your action on Saturday, you had 9 matches, and the first one, 2 o'clock in the afternoon at Lynn Family. They tried to get it done before Champions League so everybody could go home and find a place to watch Real Madrid and Liverpool. Lou City, FC Tulsa, our Eastern Conference game of the week. Lou City comes in. How would they respond after losing to Monterey Bay and then losing to Nashville SC in Open Cup? Louisville City and FC Tulsa. Lou City a minus 294, your draw plus 380. FC Tulsa a big underdog at a plus 642. Here's your highlights. Mike Watson, Devin Kerr on the call, courtesy of the USL Championship, ESPN Plus and YouTube.
Tulsa got the better of Louisville twice last year. Let's see what lies in store for us today. High-powered FC Tulsa on the road to take on Louisville City. You can go top of the East and then grab all 3 points this afternoon. The yellow card presented by World of Beer. Flick on, and a chance, and there's the opening goal! Brown! From nothing at all, Tulsa takes the lead in Louisville.
Silence is golden. Ended a few years ago, the changeover for Michael Incient. We told you, 10 minutes in, they don't need a ton of the ball.
Ombi. Penalty. In the second minute of 1 minute of stoppage time due to the injury.
He's got nowhere to put the ball because it's a great recovery defensively. But a bit of contact, and Lancaster from 12 yards out, an opportunity to equalize.
Lancaster just got it under Lewis.
A little bit of contact, not a ton in it, and he's already on a yellow card, so you can understand the persistent infringement in front of the referee. Cameron Lancaster.
Good step by Bird, but that slide sends it through for Louisville out in front, and it's a double for Cameron Lancaster.
Comes higher, recognizing the fact that Del Piccolo is going to go win this ball as it sprays out. And as he does,
is vinegar or mayonnaise-based item?
Doesn't matter either way. Pick one.
Neither, but I'm asking. Ombi cuts that across, and it's in.
Obinwa's got to come closer to him. And good on Jorge Gonzalez, by the way. He recognizes that he can push into the space. Everything else is set up. Now, you may not like the resume overall and who they've gotten results against, but it's still a chance for them to gain some confidence.
Mushagalusa, early ball. Harris scores!
From Wilson Harris, the brace from the Englishman. And just like that, it's gone from bad to worse for FC Tulsa. But with Wilson Harris, extremely impressive, which gives him his 7th of the season. That's T1 best in the USL Championship for the Golden Boot race.
Harris, the finisher, a 4-1 win.
So Cameron Lancaster gets a brace. Harris, his 7th on the season. And Lou City, no problems with Michael Incient and FC Tulsa winning that one by the score of 4-1. New Mexico on the road as a slight road favorite at the Mike. Knocks off Indy 11 by the score of 2-1. The Miami FC Pittsburgh Riverhounds, a 2-2 draw. Same for Loudoun and Charleston. Piece of news out of this one, Joe Kosminski gets the equalizer practically at the death for the Charleston Battery at Segra. So once again, Loudoun, Charleston shared points. Joe Kosminski, a goalie goal at a plus 248 for that one. Phoenix Rising in an East-West crossover has to travel all the way to Hartford. Gets a 2-1 win as a plus 123 road favorite. RGV, San Antonio. This is our part of our Western Conference action that started at 8:30 in Harlingen. San Antonio FC in a crazy one, and these ones traditionally are, as a road favorite at a plus 136, gets the 3-2 win. Oakland Roots at Laney tie Sacramento Republic 1-1. Sacramento Republic coming off of their win in U.S. Open Cup over San Jose Earthquakes 2-0. So they had to go quick turn on the road to Laney, get a 1-1 draw. Now our Western Conference game of the week. Monterey Bay went to Lou City, knocked off the perennial power there in the East. They go back home to Cardinal to take on Colorado Springs. Once again, Mike Watts, Devin Kerr on the call, courtesy of our friends at ESPN Plus, the USL Championship and YouTube.
Closing in on kickoff. Should be a fun one tonight. These sides met, and it was tightly contested the first time around. Week 2 of the year. On March 19th, it was a 1-0 switchback win up in the mountains. Now down by the ocean, it's Monterey Bay taking on Colorado Springs. Murphy will take it. Coming off his line, Caldwell crashes. Boone floats. It's in.
You talk to Frank Yallop about what he brings to this team. He's just one of those guys. He doesn't command respect.
Didn't like the matchup or the space. Threaded forward. Gleedle wants that out in front. Gleedle! Goals in back-to-back games. And a brilliant finish orchestrated and converted by Gleedle.
Then the second goal added in the Lou City game. I said, keep an eye on this explosion of speed from Sam Gleedle. Watch him come back across, challenge the interior.
Close calls at Colorado Springs, at Sacramento, at RGV. At some point, the mystique of going up 2 goals on a good team in the West would fade. Barry pumps the brakes. Barry is through. Barry scores magnificently. And the switchbacks rip one back.
Time, and as they move forward, still have a tremendous amount of options. They have gone to the 3 up top. Good interchange between Galiti.
Barry, 3 minutes after Monterey Bay went 2-0 up. Turned over, right to Revelar. Revelar!
Talk pressure all you want, but this is an absolute gift coming off the back line by Toby Adewale. Can you finish things off? And for Monterey Bay, easy. You got to figure out how to close matches out as well.
Donor touches it away from Galena, who recovered, and the ball across, and the header is narrowly up and over.
2 games back-to-back here for Monterey Bay. You've just been very efficient in your ways.
Somehow stayed in on the end line. What a brilliant finish. Boone! And Boone ends it. Monterey Bay is a monster. They've slain another giant.
Diego Loyal, but high praise for Chase Boone, and this is why. Engine, work ethic, and the rate at which he can tick off. Knew the quality was there. They just needed time to get into it. And now all of a sudden, 3 wins in their last 4.
Taken short, ball forward, and it is in. Elvis Amo gets one at the death. That might be the last touch of this game. They get it to 4-2. It is an academic goal with an emphatic plant by a Mo.
Side of an otherwise worldly performance from Monterey Bay. It's not the greatest of marking. It is, however, Monterey Bay and Frank Yallop and what they've been able to do in a few short weeks.
When does this cease being an upset? Monterey Bay does it again.
Winners of 3 of 4. Frank Yallop's group really climbing their way out of the basement in the West. And they've gotten a couple of big wins. Lou City, now Colorado Springs as a home plus 213 underdog. Well done by Monterey Bay as they seem to be finding their footing in USL Championship. Your late game on Saturday, LA Galaxy 2 and San Diego Loyal was a 2-2 draw. That one had a number at a plus 256. So getting into our standings now. In the Eastern Conference, Lou City snaps that 2-game losing streak. They're at 27 points, 13 matches played. Memphis, 2 matches in hand. They've won 4 in a row. They are at 25. Detroit City, 12 matches. They've won 2 of 3. They're at 24 points. Pittsburgh Riverhounds, stumbling of late, only 1 point in their last 2 matches. They're at 23 points. Tampa Bay, having won 2 in a row, they're now at 19. They're ahead in goal difference over the Miami FC, 9-4, plus 9 to plus 4. So that's 5 and 6. Indy 11 has lost 2 of 3. They're at 17 points. Birmingham Legion in 8th out of the playoff picture. Currently, if things were to start today, they're at 4-4 and 4 and 16 points. FC Tulsa, 4 wins, 8 losses, no draws. You're either getting a win, you're either getting 3 points, or you're getting none so far for Michael Encian's group. They've lost 4 of 5, and they're at 12 points, goal difference of minus 10. Loudon is at 8 points. They snapped their 4-game losing streak with that 1-1 draw with Charleston. Hartford Athletic at 7 points at 2-1 and 7, match in hand against Atlanta United 2, who's also at 7 points. Charleston Battery at 5 points. Red Bulls 2 are 1-1 and 10 so far on the season. They are at 4 points. In the West, San Antonio FC, having won 4 of 5, is now on top after 11 matches played at 27 points. Colorado Springs, 3-game win streak snapped. They're at 24, 8 wins, 2 losses. Phoenix Rising also 7 wins, 5 losses in their 12 matches. They're at 21 points. They snapped their 2-game losing streak. San Diego Loyal also at 21. They have 1 less win than Phoenix does and have inverted the goal difference. Right now they're at plus 4, but they're at 6, 3, and 3. They have drawn 2 of their last 3. El Paso Locomotive at 20 points. They have played 14 matches, the most in USL Championship, either conference so far this year, 6-2 and 6 and 20 points, winning 2 of 3. New Mexico United, they have won 3 in a row. They're at 19 points. They are in 6th. Sacramento Republic at 16 points. Obviously, they have other things in mind right now, specifically the U.S. Open Cup. They are at a they're at a +1 in goal difference, and that puts them ahead of Vegas Lights, who are at a -2. Currently out of the playoff picture, having played 13 matches. RGV, 5 wins, 7 losses. They are at 15 points. Had a 2-game win streak snapped this past week. Los Dos at 15 points, goal difference of -7. Orange County SC, having drawn 3 of 4. They're at 14 points in 11th. Oakland Roots, drawn 3 of 4 themselves. They are at 13 points. Monterey Bay, we mentioned them. They've won 3 of 4. They are at 12 points. And seem to have settled into their time in the USL Championship. Let's take a peek at all the news that you need to know and the schedule, getting you ready for the upcoming week, because there are matches in the midweek in addition to the weekend. You have a fan's choice for goal of the week for week 12. Once again, reminder that goal of the week, your voting starts on Monday, ends every Thursday, noon Eastern time. Save of the week is the same way. Voting starts Tuesdays, ends Fridays at noon for everything that you're looking at for Save of the Week. Your Goal of the Week nominees this go-round: Alex Dixon for Pittsburgh against the Miami FC, Alexander Dexter for the Loudoun United goal against Charleston Battery, Chase Boone, and if you haven't seen this one would be my favorite, for Monterey Bay going up against Colorado Springs, Dylan Mayers for El Paso against Vegas Lights, and Justin Portillo for New Mexico United going up against Indy 11. Once again, go to uslchampionship.com, vote for Goal of the Week, and you can do so until Thursday. Save of the Week will pop up on Tuesdays. You can vote on that one until Fridays at noon. Lucky Mkosana won Goal of the Week for Week 11. Alex Tambakis won Save of the Week for Week number 10. Joe Rice won Save of the Week for Loudoun United back in Week 11. Other news and action that you need to know about going on in the USL Championship. Power rankings are out. No change at the top. San Antonio FC, Memphis 901 is up 1 to number 2. Lou City, after having snapped the losing streak, they're back up to number 3. Detroit City stays at 4. Switchbacks down to 5. Tampa Bay down 1 to 6. El Paso up 1 to 7. New Mexico up 1 to 8. Riverhounds down 2 to 9. The Miami FC stays at number 10. Monterey Bay up 6 spots to number 13 with their recent run of form. In the East, Birmingham Legion are at 17. Indy 11 are at 18. Hartford Athletic down to 22. FC Tulsa down to 23. Loud at 24. Atlanta United 2 to 25. Charleston and the Red Bulls are 26 and 27. International call-ups that have come across the board here in USL Championship. Kevon Lambert for Phoenix Rising has been named into Jamaica's squad for its upcoming CONCACAF Nations League contests. Also joined by the Miami FC's Speedy Williams after being a part of their 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifying side earlier in the season. Other call-ups go to FC Tulsa, and Joaquin Rivas is a part of that work. Ronald Rodriguez and Rivas are among 5 USL Championship players selected into El Salvador's squad for the opening set of matches next month. El Paso Locomotive's Eric Calvillo, Vegas Lights duo of Tomas Romero and Roberto Molina have also been named by head coach Hugo Perez. Also, what you need to know, some really cool stuff involving the US U19s. Joshua Winder from Lou City has been named as a part of that squad, as well as Kobe Henry and Karadi Oshandina from Orange County SC, selected for the US U19s men's national team that will compete in the Marbella friendlies early next month. They'll be joined by Loudoun United's Christian Fletcher, who gets his first call up by head coach Marko Mitrovic in this cycle after making his debut against Detroit City on May the 14th. The U.S. faces England on June 6, Norway on June 9. Kickoff scheduled at noon at the Marbella Football Center's Dama de Noches pitches. So good news involving Lou City and Orange County SC as well. AJ Patterson set for a return for Grenada's lineup in the CONCACAF Nations League as well. So cool stuff there. You can catch up with all the news that you need to know with the USL Championship, and also follow along on all their social media platforms on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Let's get you into the upcoming schedule for this week. And it starts on your Wednesday, which will kick things off in the month of June. Atlanta United 2 hosting RGV at Fifth Third Bank Stadium, 7:30 Eastern time. At 1 OK at 8:30, the Rowdies visit FC Tulsa. 10 o'clock at Laney, it is Orange County SC visiting Oakland Roots. Thursday night football at Red Bull Arena for a change. Red Bulls 2 is hosting San Diego Loyal as Landon Donovan works his way from west to east. Friday night football at Widener Field in downtown Colorado Springs. Switchbacks hosting Vegas Lights. Saturday, a couple of quick turns for some folks. It is Charleston Battery at 7 o'clock at Patriots Point hosting Indy 11. Highmark, Pittsburgh hosting Detroit City. Al Lang at 7:30. The Rowdies have to play Lou City after traveling to FC Tulsa in the midweek. That's a tough one for the Rowdies on a quick turn. FC Tulsa gets to stay at 1 OK. They get the Miami FC at 8:30. AutoZone Park, Atlanta United 2 facing 2 of their own in Laurent Kisiadou and Philip Goodrum as Memphis 901 gets a match under their belt. 8:30 at HEB. RGV, after playing Atlanta United 2 in the midweek, has to race home to take on LA Galaxy 2. 9 o'clock in Irvine, California at Championship Soccer Stadium. Orange County SC hosting New Mexico United. 9:30 at Southwest University Park. El Paso Locomotive hosting Hartford Athletic. 10 o'clock at Cardinal. Monterey Bay, can they continue their hot form? They'll have to do it against their region rival in the Oakland Roots. 10:30 at Wild Horse Pass. Phoenix Rising taking on Birmingham Legion in an interesting East-West crossover. 11 o'clock at Hard Health. The traditional 8 o'clock start local time. It is the Sacramento Republic taking on San Antonio FC. As always, what we tell you here at SDH, if you are anywhere close to any kind of matchup in the USL Championship, go catch it. Quality content, quality soccer that you get to watch at that level for the USL Championship. If you're in market and catch it, go catch it. If you're in market and can't catch it, follow along on your local providers. If you're out of market and you still want to follow along a matchup or a team, you can always go to ESPN Plus, because all of the matches in the USL Championship can be found on ESPN Plus. So for everybody here at SDH, that's the tour around USL Championship. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the matchups in USL Championship.